Hello! Today's episode is sponsored by Mountain Dew Code Red.
So, at one point should I just be like, nope.
Yeah, we're not sponsored, although I do find it kind of interesting that I just picked a random can, and turns out we're on Cinnabar, which is also red, so that was fitting.
It made him slightly happy.
Yeah, I got no sleep, so I need a little wake-me-up juice. Apologies for your ears. Hopefully this doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't affect me, so...
Fuck you. You know what? Next Borderlands we're recording, because you edit those.
Incoherent
I'm just
screeching?
going to take the mic into the washroom, take a shit right next to it.
But that involves you having to take your laptop, too. And stopping the recording.
Ah, shit. Well, it looks like I'm taking a shit in the middle of your living room. You only got yourself to blame for that.
Nah. You can do your shit outside. So, I guess they were just really blind, but I didn't realize that there's a staircase right here. Because that's how you're supposed to progress.
And, like, my excuse is I just could not focus on that, because that floor right now for me is just...
My excuse is I'm just tired.
Well, that too. It has been a long day for both of us.
And I stayed up kind of late playing Borderlands, because I got my laptop all set up for a decent gaming area.
The pre-sequel this time?
Yeah, I'm doing a support claptrap.
Nice.
Like ultimate support, where it's like, oh, like, because I'm delving into pretty much anything where it gives me bonuses along with my teammates.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I have right now is when I deal elemental damage, as in if an enemy is on fire and they take and they take fire damage from the actual fire, I get a stack of what is it? Maniacal laughter.
Mm-hmm.
And for every stack, we all, I think it increases the amount of, based on the amount of stacks, it gives myself and my teammates health regeneration.
Yeah. If I were to play that game, because I actually haven't played the pre-sequel, I could not play as Claptrap.
You don't have to play as Claptrap. Actually, if I were to play with you, I'd probably go as Athena, personally.
And I'd probably go as Hammerlock's sister, just because
Aurelia.
she seemed funny.
She does have a lot of perks relative to sniping.
Yeah.
As well.
No, she just seemed really funny. Like, I saw everyone's scenes with Moxie's, and hers is hilarious.
Yeah, I think the pre-sequel... actually, I was just talking to a couple guys about this. Borderlands 2, overall content-wise, I think that one is the better one by far. However, pre-sequel feels better, it feels more polished.
You mean number 2 or pre-sequel?
Actual pre-sequel, like...
Okay, because I thought you said pre-sequel for both categories.
Oh no. Borderlands 2, easily like best content, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Although for the introduction, I find that takes way too long. Why are you learning Harden?
Do you mean the first area, or the whole Claptrap beginning? Like, do you mean...
I mean just the intro in general. Like, for Borderlands 2, it seems like it's so slow.
Whereas... Like, what do you continue up to the intro?
I find the end of the intro... Did I go down the right one? I did. Mm-hmm. I find that the end of the intro is when you're ready to take on Flint.
Okay.
About that area. Whereas in the pre-sequel, you start up and you're instantly in the action, like right away. You're not kind of waiting around for too much. I mean, you do have to do the waiting where you get everything booted up with the ecosystem, but after that, you're pretty much right into the action. It's like non-stop.
Yeah, and for me, I consider the intro really for me to be up until Claptrap has his eye ripped out.
Okay, yeah.
Because the second you can jump into combat, it's good, but just the dragging on of Claptrap, you're not dead.
Yeah.
Yay, your ability... Like, it was funny the first time, but... When you replay and you have to go through that scripted thing over and over again, how annoying does it get?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, by the end of it, didn't you kind of sympathize with Jack for getting rid of the Claptrap units?
Honestly, I sympathize with Jack a lot, because once you play the pre-sequel, you realize he's actually not that bad of a guy. Actually, Game Theory did a really good video on him, so I recommend watching that. But it really paints Jack in a completely different light.
Well, doesn't it paint him more as crazy than as evil?
More so,
And his craziness caused by tragedy, not by just being a crazy jackass.
well, also, what he's doing is somewhat justified. You can actually relate and see why he's doing the things he's doing.
And, like, I just remember thinking, I like Jack, you know, I think he's funny, but, God, number 2, he just comes across as such a jackass.
Get it? Jackass.
There was no pun there. There was no pun.
There was a pun. Yeah, no, but pre-sequel also has glitched weaponry, like actual glitched weapons as a level, which I think that was cooler than the Seraph weapons, because the Seraph weapons in Borderlands 2, they're kind of just there. Like, none of them are really too crazy. Like, there's a couple that are good, but the rest, they just feel like purchasable pearlescence in a way. Whereas the glitched weapons, they're all relatively unique. You know, they all have these special modifiers, and the actual textures of the gun looks like it's a glitch, and it's cool stuff.
Do you know what actually cemented my hate of Jack when it comes to the villain side?
What is it?
Bloodwing.
Okay, yeah, that was a real shot in the heart.
Like, you know, you could argue, oh, you know, he just wanted to stop, you know, that. Like, there was so much that he didn't have to do if he just wanted Bloodwing dead. And Mordecai crippled.
I think it was more like sending a message like, hey, I've been going pretty easy on you guys. I can really hit you hard if I want to.
Well, in an argument, you know, you could actually argue that he, you know, was already trying to go as hard as he could. But, no, but Bloodwing, like, how much of that could he have done so much simpler?
Right?
But, like, he did that in, like, the most sadistic way you could do it.
Yeah, honestly.
And that, you know, while I still like him as a character, that's what kind of gives him the villainous streak to him. Yeah. Is when he does stuff like that, you know. There's, you know, being your opponent and all that in a thing, and then there's being sadistic.
Yeah, I mean, when his plans keep getting foiled, you can kind of see the desperation show.
Yeah.
And it's a shame. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but as you play through the pre-sequel, you'll find out about a bunch of things, but it makes his desperation relatable. You can see why he's doing it. Because, yeah. But, yeah, like I said, Game Theory did a fantastic video on it, so feel free to watch that.
Some do argue whether or not the pre-sequel is really canon, because of a few things that seem to conflict with the canon.
It is officially canon. That is confirmed.
But people wonder if, like, variations of it, it's almost like an interpretation, or, you know, have you ever heard of a game where it's like, the way it's shown seems contradictory, but it's only contradictory because it's showing from a different person's perspective? Whereas...
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Like, well, you know, like, you see the story twice, but from someone else's perspective, and you see how different it is from a perspective.
Yeah.
And it makes you almost wonder if, like, the story is supposed to be told from a perspective. Wow. That thing... What's that thing's use in the first game?
It can use transform.
So...
What's worse than one disappointment?
Oh!
How about... Oh, sorry. How about 2 disappointments?
So, get ready for it to hit everything?
Oh yeah, I forgot they copied my stats. I was about to say, how the hell are you faster than me? But there we go. If you really think about it though, Ditto can be so broken. Just like, oh, I'm level 5. I should be garbage, but guess what? I copy all your stats except HP.
Yeah. No, but what I was trying to say is, you know, some of the stuff seems kind of to contradict what you saw personally in first person or third person in the previous games.
Yeah.
So that's why some people argued about canonicity or what moments from the game is canon. Because, you know, a game can technically be canon, the overall arcing story of it, but certain aspects of said story could be not canon.
Yeah, like one case...
Like what the Dovahkiin actually did in Skyrim.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, specific events they have to be noted as what is canon. Like, I don't even think Bethesda came out with saying this is what's actually canon to Skyrim. Because I want them to do that so I can actually do a true canon playthrough where it's like, okay, the Dovahkiin did this, and this.
We all know that the true canon was Khajiit Thief, who did everything. AKA, my character's run.
Yeah.
You know why? Because remember, no matter how terrifying you are, you gotta be a little cute.
Yeah.
It's like whenever Khajiit threatens you in that game. And it's like,
Aww.
You may be threatening now, but let us remember, you were once a kitten.
That's a strong-ass Eradicate.
Damn.
Actually, in the case of Borderlands canonicity, in Borderlands 2, it is canon that the Hodunks, the rednecks, they live. So I don't know if they specifically said who won the clan war, but it's implied that if it happened or not, the Hodunks lived, because they actually do make an appearance in Tales from the Borderlands, which is canon as well.
At the same time, though, with such a large clan, in spite of, their big inbreeding tendencies...
Trust me, it's two major characters. At least one major character from the Hodunks. So.
Okay.
Guaranteed, because in Borderlands 2, during the clan war, if you side against the Hodunks, you kill said character. That character is in Tales of the Borderlands, though, so therefore it's impossible for him to be killed.
Well, is canon?
Yep, it's canon, and it takes place after Borderlands 2. It's actually speculated that Borderlands 3 will take place shortly after Tales.
Okay. No, it just gets a little confusing with canons and stuff, and, with optional shit. Also, when you're doing something from someone else's perspective, like Jack getting screwed over at the end of pre-sequel...
Yeah.
Because you're seeing it from that perspective, your character's perspective, could the screw-over actually not be a screw-over, but he screwed someone else over? Could, you only see so much. And have you ever played a game where you think you're a good guy, and someone you really trust, you think is a good guy, and you see them get screwed over, and later you find out they're, I don't know, a Sith Lord?
I personally haven't played a game like that yet, but yeah.
Darth Treya.
From...
Star Wars?
From a game, or from the actual...
Yeah. In one of the games, there's this one person who's like this helpful woman, she guides you and shit, and you really trust her and all that, and then, she seems like a really good guy, and then it turns out she's Darth Treya.
Huh. Holy... I wouldn't mind if they actually had a game where you play as the good guy, or at least you think you're the good guy, and then turns out you're actually the bad guy.
But would you want your character to know you were the bad guy the whole time? Or
I would want it where they make it so that it fools the player into thinking that they are good.
Yeah, but would the character themselves also be fooled?
I don't know how they would make it work, but I kind of want it to be where the character knows they're not, but from what we're seeing, it looks like we're good.
That's actually been done.
Oh, okay, I want to play it now.
Do you remember the game? I think it was either Brave or Braid?
Nope.
The Flash time puzzle game?
Never played it.
It was an indie game.
Oh, okay. That's why I really don't play many indie games at all.
Technically speaking, yeah. You're the villain.
Nice.
And you don't know it up until the last chapter.
There was one game actually I really liked. I forgot the name of it. It was on Xbox. It came out with a sequel, but this was a while back. It was on the 360. I think it was called Overlord.
Oh, Overlord 1 and 2.
Yeah, that game was fun. I only ever played like the demo.
Evil Pikmin.
But I loved it. It was so fun. Like, take that concept and bring it back, please. It was such a fun game.
Potato.
Yeah?
I have Overlord 2.
Good, I want to play it. I never played the second one, but I did play the demo. Like I said, I only played the demo for the first one. And I loved it. This is back when demos actually were demos.
No, in a way, arguably, you are the good guy despite being evil.
Yeah.
But you get to be different degrees of evil, too. Like, you can be full-on psycho-evil torturing people, or you can enslave them but actually treat them not so horribly.
This is completely off topic, but I think we gotta play not Dark Souls. I'll play Dark Souls, but I think we should play Diablo at some point.
I've never played any of the Diablo games.
I have Diablo on the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I also intend to get it on the PlayStation though, and pretty much take Borderlands, that's actually a really bad comparison. It's a dungeon crawler that has tons of loot that you can get. It's fun.
I think a lot of people have played Diablo.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't play it, but I watched it as a kid being played.
Diablo's awesome. Divinity Original Sin. I'm playing that with a buddy from work.
Oh, I hear that's so good.
Take D&D and turn it into an actual video game. Like, yes, there is a Dungeons and Dragons video game.
Welcome to the D&D world.
But this is that on steroids. Like, this is amazing. Like, it's such a good game. And it's literally with pop culture references too. And it just fits the tone though. Like, it doesn't seem out of place. Like, one of the items is 9-inch nails. And it's literally 9-inch nails.
Well, is that one as much a pop cultural reference as it is a pun?
It's kind of both. Like, it literally is referencing... I want to teach Pratibha Blizzard.
Tub?
But... you have Headbutt and Body Slam, Amnesia, and then Rest. I really don't need Rest, though. I don't need
rest. It might be good
Rest.
to help you against dragons.
Yeah,
AKA bullshit, man.
Because honestly, Snorlax is going to be the ace. I don't need Rest, because I'll just full restore you to death. There we go. I've never used Blizzard in Gen 1 either. Which is nice, because Blizzard in Gen 1 is broken. It's like 120 power, 100% accuracy, 30% chance to freeze.
Mm-hmm.
It's garbage how broken it is.
I realized that the Little Cup Run could have a harder mode in which you couldn't use one-stage Pokemon.
Well, this is basic. Snorlax is still a basic Pokemon.
Yep.
Because Stage 1 is technically, it's evolved once.
Yep. I'm just saying, this mode could get harder.
Oh, it could. I could be stuck with all 4 starters, only using the very first move they learn, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, Blizzard just missed.
Wow. It looks like you have a new member of your family coming up if this keeps up.
Nah, Snorlax is too good to be a disappointment.
So it'd be kind of like your daughter, where
Yeah.
it's made a few bad choices.
You're still daddy's little girl. Shit!
What did you do this time?
No, I just kind of saw that. But I think the biggest thing on deciding my disappointment in my child, and this may come as a shock to some, but it really shouldn't. And I think it's a very good life lesson and something that all parents should strive for. But you need to see who they would pick as their first starter.
So, what if they pick Bulbasaur?
That's okay. I mean, Bulbasaur is objectively one of the best starters. At least for Gen 1, it is pretty much the best starter,
What
but...
if they picked Squirtle?
that's fine.
Charmander?
That is very mainstream. I love Charmanders. That's okay.
So, they would be completely fine if they were playing Gen 1 first.
For the most part. If they pick Chikorita, they're a disappointment.
So basically, if you line up all the stars and they pick just that one.
I like Chikorita, but if you could pick any starter, you should not pick it. All the rest are objectively better in every single way.
Unless you have like some kind of great story in your life or nostalgic. It's a bad Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's cute, but I might like cute things, like cute characters and cute cards, but I wouldn't put half of them in any decks.
No.
Or put them up on for a fighting thing.
You gotta do it all. But yeah, no. Pick the starter you like. Go for it.
He'll just judge you for it.
Just know that Blaziken is the best starter of all time right now, so...
Blaziken's crap.
Blaziken is amazing.
Blaziken is my least favorite starter.
Leave a comment. Is Blaziken too strong? or is it garbage?
Too strong is my issue with it. It's too strong and overplayed, and that's why it's garbage. You know, something can be garbage for more reasons than, you know, just being bad.
It's the OG firefighting.
Ooh, my favorite archetype. Firefighting.
Which gifted us the amazing Infernape as well.
I actually do kind of like Infernape.
Infernape is literally Monkey Goku on fire. Although I name mine Dante always.
Have you ever played the game Dante's Inferno?
I only play good games.
Have you ever read Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy?
I only read and watch good things.
Then why the heck do you name it Dante?
I don't know. It sounds spicy. And hot.
Okay, thank you for sticking around. Go apologize. See you next time.
Remember, don't forget to play a good game like Sonic 06.